Look at you. You look like my PE teacher in 5th grade.
That's the look I'm going for.
Cheers. I'm drinking water. Only because,
Boring.
no, only because buddy, I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Why can't you?
Not with Kevin getting up early, and I just feel horrible when I drink now. It's not even because I enjoy it for maybe like 2 hours, and then I'm like, this sucks. And then I'm either eating Taco Bell or I'm passed out like a 70-year-old man on the couch.
I can vouch for that.
It's true.
Yeah.
And
Taco Bell's not good these days.
I think that Danielle came out once or twice in the last year.
What is that, Danielle?
You know, like when I'm like I come home and I'm like ready.
Drunk and ready?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very rare.
Rare. It's like, So I know you're always like, go out and have a good time. I'm like,
I don't expect you to come home and me to have a good time.
Yeah, but like, I think that's a hope.
It's a hope. It's more of a prayer than anything. I don't really expect it.
Well,
because it's usually, like you said, like 2 a.m., Taco Bell, or it's the other thing where like I haven't eaten since last Thursday.
And I decided to have 2 drinks tonight.
Yeah, and they overserved me again.
Yeah, and I'm not drinking enough water. I have a UTI. I shouldn't be drinking anyways because I don't want to keep this UTI.
You're off the antibiotics, though.
No, I skipped. See, I can't remember to take 2.
Thank God you're not on birth control.
I can't remember to take.
Not that it would have worked for us. But.
No, the kid would have been out like, were you looking for this?
Here it is,
Here
Mom.
it is.
This red one?
Like a lollipop.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. They would. It's okay. Nothing can stop us.
This is a natural transition into one of our first
I was going to say, I'm all the way
menstrual
up.
discs.
Yeah, all the way up. So, if you don't want to hear about periods and vaginas, click next, please. Yeah. So my sister's been trying to convince me to use this like cup, this like Flex cup or Dixie cup or...
Dixie cup.
What is it called?
Don't ask me.
I don't know. It's a cup. It's a silicone cup you use for your period. Instead of like tampons and pads and all that stuff.
Why? Because it's more like organic?
Because it actually holds more than like a tampon would. Because the cotton tampons only hold so much.
Okay. Because
they don't have all the chemicals in it to just like absorb.
Yeah.
So I'm changing like every hour and it's exhausting. And it just like, I just bleed a lot. That's why I probably have low iron. But she's trying to get me to do this cup. Well, again, I had my period. It came early. Right?
Yeah, very early. I'm surprised.
It came early, and I wasn't prepared.
Makes 2 of us.
I'm not. I'm never prepared. Did you
get that, or was that a crazy laugh?
No, I laughed at you. I'm trying to hide my tooth. I put a chiclet right there. So it came early. I wasn't prepared, but I had bought these. So there's a cup, and then there's a disc, right? Now, I am petrified of losing things up in there. 4 kids, Lord knows it's like the fucking Grand Canyon up there.
There's like an old tire.
There's a canoe.
Those things that hold cans together. That kill turtles.
Yeah, straws. There's all kinds of things. Lord only knows. So, and I have very short fingers because I'm, short. And so in order to put the disc in, you have to like clamp it like this and push it up past your pubic bone, which I have a pubic bone. Which I knew was there, but I've never felt it before because I don't have to. So I put it in and I'm like, oh man, that's not in there enough. Because, you could feel it. And I'm like, I'm going to need some help here. I'm going to need...
Call for backup.
Daddy Longfingers over here. I was like, hey buddy, I need your help. And he's like, with what? And I was like, my disc. He's like, what do you mean your disc? Like, I go, it's a menstrual disc. I just need you to put your finger up there and make sure it's past my pubic bone. He goes... What?
I didn't know what to think because it was not like a sexual invitation to put my hands inside of you. It was like strictly medicinal.
And I was like, I need your help though because first of all, my fingers are too short to scoop it out. This has happened before with Benoit balls and it's very scary. You hunker down and push, I don't know, but it's frightening and I don't like shoving things up there that don't have something attached to it that I can just yank it out, right? Like a
me.
human.
Yeah,
like
me.
If the human is attached to it, great. So he was like, okay. And so I like stood up, and I put my knee up on him like fucking, what's his, Jack Daniels.
No, like the girl in...
No, like the pirate.
That too. Not Jack Daniels. That's Captain Morgan.
That one.
I was thinking of the girl, Melissa McCarthy, in... what's it called?
No, buddy, I don't like comparing
when
myself.
she throws her leg up on
Yeah,
it,
but I didn't
you could
put
feel
my...
the steam from your undercarriage.
No, that's not... It was more of a...
What movie is that?
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids, yes, great.
Thank
movie.
you for comparing me to her. That was...
No, I'm not comparing you to her. I'm just
using
saying,
it as an example.
I'm comparing your stance. Continue with the menstrual.
And my leg wasn't straight. It was bent.
Okay.
So anyways, I'm like, okay, all you have to do is take your finger, put it up there, and just push it to make sure it's past the bone. And he's like, okay. So he's like, is there going to be blood? I'm like, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Let's find out together. So he puts it in and pushes it up. And then he pulls his finger. He goes, is there blood? I go, no, we're good. And he goes, that was like the same but different.
Yeah. Because it wasn't...
It was strictly medical.
Yeah, it was strange. It wasn't like a sexual invitation. But at the same time, like, this kind of feels okay.
Do you want to pull it out now?
Like,
that is gross. That is one thing about those.
I've been here before.
Yeah, you've been here before.
This seems familiar.
You've fallen asleep with your hand in there once?
I don't know about inside. I think
Buddy?
it was more so on and around.
100?
Inside, I fell
Buddy.
asleep? No way.
Oh, maybe you were just like...
Yeah, in the vicinity.
Playing the harp.
Yeah. Yeah.
And fell asleep. Yes.
One of those.
But I'll never forget that. You're just like...
You certainly won't let
down
me
there.
forget.
No. There's many things I've done that I'm not proud of. That I won't forget of myself. But that was the one time I was like that's comical.
I'm fine with it.
Who falls
I own
asleep?
It was one of those nights where I probably came
You
home
drink?
and had a little too many.
No, it was like whiskey dick where you don't at all. Nothing happens. I'm like, come on, here we go. We've been doing this for an hour.
Yeah, I never get that though. Because I don't really drink that much, but...
No, but like there have been nights.
It's definitely happened, but...
You're like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just we're
Not going to happen tonight.
whiskey dick.
Sorry,
No.
Toots.
And I'm drinking water, so cheers.
Stay hydrated.
And thanks for being my OBGYN.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Dr. Swainston.
It was cool though. It was nice, right? It was like a connecting thing. It was like, hey, I'm here for you.
I didn't really look at it like that, but yeah, I'm glad I could help you out.
I was grateful.
I was happy to do it.
Which reminds me, I woke up this morning.
Oh God.
You guys.
Speaking of happy to do it.
So I will start with mine and then Mackin can tell you his.
Yes.
I don't know if this happens to everybody, but
It does happen to everybody. Please,
It does.
please turn the volume up on this because this happens to everybody.
where you have sexual relations with someone in your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So this is like one of those dreams where I'm like, oh, this is just too good, right? And it wasn't him. It was Kevin Costner. And he took me dancing. And he watched me cook in the kitchen. And then we tried to bang. It didn't work out, but he was like obsessed with me. And it was like, I felt sexy. He like loved my short round body. I was like, yes. Like Kevin Costner is in,
Was it
I don't
like
even know what kitchen it was.
Was it like in Yellowstone when he kind of like fancies the younger
No.
crazy girl?
I wasn't even thinking about that.
No?
He was in a white shirt. He had a nice smile. And he could
Was there cowboy vibes or was he
cowboy vibes for sure.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yellowstone,
Yeah.
Kevin Costner.
That's the only Kevin Costner I want.
Yeah, and how great. And
There's a lot of good Kevin Costners.
There is.
Bull Durham, Bodyguard.
What's that? Bull Durham.
Bull Durham baseball, where he's a catcher.
Oh, I never saw that.
Good movie.
Bodyguard, he was good. It was a great
Dances
dream.
with Wolves.
And you woke me up and you were like, what did I say to you?
I woke you up to go get Kevin from the vet, and I forget what you go.
I just had the best dream. I had sex with Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
And you were like, you are smiling too much.
Yeah, which I don't get.
Okay, but you also were like, I had it 2 nights ago.
Because of the juxtaposition and the what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, I don't know what juxtaposition is.
No.
That's like
fuck, I can't think of the word right now, but where it's like It doesn't matter. I had a dream the night before.
Yeah.
Where
So it was payback.
I was not with you. I was married to another woman, and I was at a party with said other woman, and she left because she was not a very nice person to me. She left to go do work.
She was a news anchor.
She was a news anchor, yes.
Of all things, a news anchor.
She cared much more about work than me, and for whatever reason, left me alone at the party. And so I was waiting in line at the bathroom, and the girl in front of me was what I had deemed to be pregnant. And I go, "Oh, congratulations!" It was very much so pregnant. It wasn't like someone of that the awkward in between where whatever. And I congratulated her, and she goes, "Oh, I'm not pregnant anymore," and it was very awkward.
Yeah.
But the long story short, she was pregnant.
Okay.
This was the story that do I get into the full story?
I mean,
here?
I just don't think you need all the details.
Okay. Well,
basically, she was abused and lost the baby in his dreams.
Yes.
So, which is so graphic.
I end up getting into relations with her and not falling for her, but kind of.
But also, 9
I
hours.
was not myself. I was not Mackin. I looked like me, but it wasn't my relationship.
Were you
with
John?
I wasn't cheating on you. We didn't have names. It was me falling into relations with someone who looked very much like you, but had blonde hair. And I told you when I woke up what had happened. And you were angry with me.
The first thing I said was, "What did she look like?"
Yeah.
I didn't even care what the fuck his dream was. I was like, "What did she look like? What did she look like? What did
She
she look
wasn't
like?"
real. Yeah, it was
and
like-
she was a blonde. He said she was blonde.
It was like
Of
if I
course.
asked AI to make Danielle blonde. And it was like you, but off a little bit.
Well, maybe I should go blonde.
Yeah.
I'll ruin my hair though if I go blonde. I'm too far gone with the dark colors now.
Yeah. But I almost cheated on my old wife, not you, with blonde girl, but I was like, no, I can't do this. And that's when I
This is
woke
such
up.
a descriptive dream. I just went line dancing with Kevin Costner.
That was the first time
made
I've
him dinner and he.
That was the first time I've dreamed in months, to be quite honest.
Well, I'm sorry.
I know. I don't dream anymore.
Because we're never sleeping.
I sleep fine.
But you get up early. And
I don't sleep a lot, but I'm happy with the sleep that I get.
I think the dreams come in that last few hours before you wake because that's why you remember.
REM sleep?
Yeah.
Remember sleep?
Yeah. So Kevin's here, but he's...
Kevin.
We have Vivian.
Not Costner.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? Kevin's here, but he...
He got snipped yesterday.
He got neutered yesterday. That was very traumatic for me. I didn't think I'd be so
For
emotionally...
you, God forbid, how traumatic it was for him.
I mean, but of course I empathize. That's why I was so sad, because I was empathizing, like, this poor fucking dog. Mm-hmm. And it's something that I had to do. It was required through, it was something I signed that I had to agree to. And Vivian came with me to drop him off, and they were like, well, we may have to keep him overnight. And I was like, what? And I just started crying, and Vivian started crying. The lady at the desk was like,
next.
Yeah, that's what we do. I'm like, okay. So I was that lady that was calling and checking on him. Like 6 hours later, I checked. There's Kevin.
He heard you.
And now he's home. He's fully himself, and he's got a cone on. Come here, Kevin. It's okay, Viv. Just put him down.
Conan O'Brien, as Aaron said.
Okay. Thank you for trying.
What a cue, though.
Okay. So Kevin's here. Conan O'Brien. Poor baby.
You hold him.
He'll.
Hey.
But yeah, he did well. He was definitely happy to be home. But
He's a good boy.
It really is sad. Like, it's like, how about when we had to get the boys, not had to, we chose to get the boys circumcised. And that was traumatic. Like,
yeah.
All three of them. Like, if you have a girl, good for you. Boys, and you have to make that decision, it's such a big decision.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, there's so much that goes into it. Have we ever talked about this?
Into
circumcision?
No, I don't think so.
Because it's
talk that talk.
A friend of mine was very much contemplating whether or not she was going to circumcise her son, and I was like, why is that even a fucking question? Like, duh.
Right.
And she's like, no, you don't get it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So educate me, please. Well, I guess there's a documentary about it.
It's okay.
And
keep talking.
how?
Keep
Sorry. A documentary about it, about how it really does mess with, like,
I mean, there's a
sensitivity and things like that.
Yeah, that it's. I mean, long.
You're
story
basically
short,
cutting,
it's
like,
a form of mutilation, I guess.
Yes.
ultimately boils down to. And there's people on both sides of it, and no one's really right or wrong.
No, yeah. I mean, it's what...
Full disclosure, everyone in this house is fully circumcised.
Well, that's what I was saying. I'm like, what is... So my thought process, whatever daddy is like what you're doing. Sorry, I'm not going to like...
Yeah.
Pick a few, and then why is mine like this? And then they're like 30, and they're like, why didn't you do this? Or they're 30, and they're like, why didn't you do this? You know, like, why did you leave? Like, whatever. It's a very big decision to make on behalf of a child, like of a kid.
Yes. The one thing I will say, whether you're for or against it, I don't really care. Nor do I have an opinion one way or the other. The one thing I will say, though, is that, like, the laws around it are in the insurance regulations around it are fucking bullshit.
They are, especially, it's different state to state, too, because in New York State, I know for a fact they will do the circumcision in the hospital, like, next day or right when he comes out, I think. Or they come out. Yeah, obviously, his penis. And then... Here you have to wait like 7 days, and you can't have the pediatrician do it anymore. You have to go to a urologist, which is probably better because they study that organ.
Yeah, but I think the reason is a lot of it has to do with insurance plays, but I didn't burp on you.
It just felt like
it was a baby burp.
Relax.
Maybe it was Kevin's breathing.
Oh, I know. We got to clean his cone. And we're going to get him a donut for his head, too. But yeah,
today.
So we had to get him like circumcised with backwards, his balls, so...
Not the same.
Can you circumcise dogs?
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing?
Not that I know of.
Is it? I guess because is it attached to his skin? Oh, there's a little bit hanging off.
He doesn't have like the red rocket thing.
They do when they're older.
Yeah.
The lipstick. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's like a... Nature, whatever. I'm not getting into it. We already just talked about my vagina long enough, so...
Yeah, I mean...
Might as well talk about
We already
penises.
got more graphic than we needed to.
Hi, baby.
He's a good boy, though.
He is a good boy. He's
happy to be home.
He loves to snuggle, which is like...
Hey.
And Leo loves him so much. Leo was literally holding his cone head
Stay tuned
today.
for the rankings.
I know. What else? Oh, CES. You had...
Well, the reason I brought that up is I was working all week last week, and not just like working a lot like I normally work a lot. Like I was out of sight, out of mind, 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock all day, every day. And this is just the public opportunity that I would like to say to praise you for holding down the fort.
Buddy.
Not that you normally don't, but typically in the past when I've been gone for work or had long days or you've had hard stretches, like you're like calling me either night 1 or night 2, like, this fucking sucks. You don't understand. I hate you.
Why do you get to work?
Like, this is not fair. And there's like something that will trigger you to start a fight with me or something that if I'm out having drinks with people at work or if I'm just not home when I said I would be, that it's just like something erupts and it's a shit show. And there was 0 issues whatsoever. All because because you have matured. Not that I sort of matured a little bit as well, but I kind of kept you at bay and helped you process certain things. But like it was 99% you,
buddy. First of all, gracias. But I don't need a public gratitude. You could have told me that. Like
I did tell you that.
Oh, it's just Aaron. Stop. It's just Aaron.
But
you don't have to do that.
The people are along for the ride. And the last time I was out for a long time, I thought I was going to have to call the police. And this time it was great.
You know, tomato, we've grown. Our garden has grown. I also wanted to mention, those things are really hard. I have a friend who travels and works a lot, and she does a lot of that. And her husband does too. So they mutually are gone, and they have kids, and they make it work. But like, it when you look at it from like I'm stuck at home, he's out doing fun things, it sucks. But when I actually like see what you do and like it's actual work, like you were getting up at 6, sometimes 5, working out, good for you, getting ready, helping me with the kids as much as you could before you left for work, and then we're gone until 11:30 at night at like a karaoke bar oh, I thought you burped again. At a karaoke bar, which is not Mackin's type of thing, but he went because it was part of it. And these nice dinners, and I'm like, I'm sitting here like picking up the pieces of like whatever they're not eating to have dinner. Yeah. But
Plus, your mom was gone.
My mom was gone. But my mom, I've kind of like detached a bit.
You 100% have. Like, you used to be like, okay, well, my mom's gone. You can't work. Like,
yeah, I know.
Not that
That's
you would
really
force
immature
it.
of me, though. But I've never actually, because, buddy, I literally have never been alone. Like,
Yeah.
I have either lived with my parents or moved in with you. Like, I've never had that, like, that moment in my life where I was completely alone or with, like, a roommate. Oh, my boob is falling out. Sorry.
Squirrel.
I just felt it.
Looks good to me.
Oh, thanks.
You got a string, though.
Oh, thanks. It's Kevin's string. Did you just grab my nipple? It's lower. It's down here. And probably over here somewhere. But like I've never had to like do life on my own.
Right.
And then, I'm get married, we have kids, and then I have to figure out how to do fucking laundry and be an adult. And it's like, what? My mom can't do all this for me?
No?
So, do you want me to try holding him?
Sure. He's good, though.
Okay. He
It's
doesn't
just
look
like-
very good.
Well, there's like no way of keeping him comfortable right now.
I will help you, little baby. Little baby. But yeah, so this is big for me. Like handling shit.
Don't
not blame. Like, because I think it's very easy to blame. Be like I think a lot of people go through this too, where you're like,
oh yeah,
you're lucky. You get to go out. You get to have all this time alone, which is true. You do.
Yeah, you're away from the kids. You get to go to nice dinners.
You definitely
get to have a drink.
know, buddy, you hate that.
And here I am wiping up fucking dog piss and
for the 9th time,
yeah,
and he
making
is kinda
lunches
anxious.
and reheating chicken nuggets for the 8th time.
Kevin, you can't be part of the podcast if you're going to eat it.
I'm not going to cut you in.
But yeah, I mean, and every time I got overwhelmed, I would literally just say, I am so fucking overwhelmed. I'm so over this bullshit. Like, I'm done. And I know you're tired too. Like, I acknowledge that you're working in a different way. But mine's harder than yours.
Yeah, 100% mentally, for sure. I mean, not to say I was on vacation, because I wasn't, because from 8 to 5, it was like nose of the grindstone work. And then there'd be like a happy hour and then a dinner. So yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So I would get that evening break and then come home, whereas you'd never got a break. You maybe would find like a half hour here and there while the kids were at school and shit, but like you were hustling all day long. Laundry, kids, lunches, dinners, hosting people. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, well, I was trying to. You do this too when I leave town. You make yourself busy. So I made myself busy. I filled my calendar with things that I forgot about and remembered the night before. And then
you say, why did I commit to this?
Why did I commit? I didn't realize. But I'm glad I did. I'm grateful for everybody who was around. And what do you want to do, my love?
Maybe put him down, see what he does.
Well, wait. He seemed like he's trying to get comfortable. I will put him down. I'm just afraid he's going to chew the cords again. But yeah, while
Try put him down.
Wait, he's laying down now. He's staying.
There we go. Good boy,
There we go.
Kevin.
Drinking H2O.
I have a whole story I want to talk about with this.
Okay.
Water. There were times when we were kids where I probably, and I think I speak for a good amount of what I will call like active millennial kids in the 90s, who went days, if not potentially multiple weeks sometimes, without drinking water.
Where the fuck did this come from?
We never drank water as kids.
No, we drank like milk or pop.
Milk, soda, Sunny D, Capri Suns, Mountain Dews, Mondos.
You're right.
Whereas
Chocolate
now
milk.
I have my giant jug, and I don't go from the kitchen to the living room to upstairs without dragging that giant jug of water without me.
I guess that's true. Why?
I don't understand.
We were fucking dehydrated.
I was probably like, how did I not have multiple
And you lived in Vegas.
appendicitis? Like, how did we survive without water? And not even just like general days. How did we go from like, okay, wake up Saturday morning at 9, play video games for an hour, go to the park, go to friend's house, go to birthday party, go back to the park. At no point throughout that time are we drinking water.
You would drink at the drinking fountain.
That would maybe from a hose here and there. And then that's it.
That is very interesting. That's probably why we don't drink water so much now. But our kids, they drink a shit ton of water.
They do, but it just blows my mind how dehydrated our generation was as kids.
Yeah, but in the funny thing is, Vivian doesn't even like she'll have a lemonade once in a while, but she likes water.
Yeah, she prefers water.
All she drinks. Dominic.
Leo used to be like that too, and he started copying Dom.
Now he drinks Squirt. When we go to my mom, she has Diet Squirt, and he's like, I gotta get a Squirt. I'm like, okay.
Kid loves Squirt.
And he drinks it so like.
He thinks it's like me cracking a beer, and he'll have like 3 sips, and then he'll forget about it.
He does like, he's laying on your lap, and his body's on my legs.
He's a long boy.
But yeah, that was like a squirrel moment. It's true though. That sounds like a Streetlights kind of episode.
It is. I gotta talk to Aaron about that later.
You should talk to Aaron about it. The one thing I wanted to tell you was.
You forgot.
I forgot. Wait, it was just here.
Water. Dog. Human.
Oh.
Menstrual cycles.
So I will talk about Frozen.
Ooh. Not frozen, water.
Frozen. So, quick. I'll make this quick because it's not really. It's just a quick little thought, and I'm still diving into this. We still go to therapy, but we haven't been to therapy in what, 3 months?
No.
2 months.
I think the last time we went was like the first week of December, maybe.
Really?
Maybe right before Thanksgiving.
So 2 months.
We're going next week. I scheduled it.
So 2 months.
Maybe.
Or is that 1 month?
It depends on when we. I don't.
What is it, like 3 weeks in a month? So 1.5 months.
We're off to a rough start.
How many?
How many weeks are in a month?
3. No.
You're joking, right?
No.
Oh, buddy, we gotta cut this one short.
Why?
You think there are 3 weeks in a month?
There's 4. Yes. News to me.
No wonder everything's always off.
I told you I don't even know what fucking day it is. I was like, how many times today did I ask you what day it was? Seriously.
Before 10 o'clock?
Seriously, how many times? It's really bad. Okay, so anyways, Frozen. This was perfect. So we do therapy. Anyways,
I need to take a big drink now.
I have a friend.
I thought I knew, but I don't know.
I have a friend I yell at who has been seeing a life coach, and I'm like, oh, life coach, cool. You know, I'm always like, nothing against life coaches, but I just feel like it's a very saturated thing where you like have these young people who follow a bunch of people who think they know what life coaching is, and they're like, I'm a life coach, and you pay them a ton of money, and they just basically tell you, like, obvious things.
Insert stereotype here.
Yeah, and I'm not being... And some people are amazing. Some people are gifted. Some people have that. Some people have had the proper training. But I've never really... Like, I just was very skeptical because I've never experienced it. One of my friends was a life coach, I think. She dabbled into it.
I think she tried to be, and they tried to, like... You know, Ponzi schemer into
orgies and stuff.
Orgies, a lot of hand jobs.
A lot of climbing mountains and waterfalls.
Why do all life coaches go hiking?
Stop. Don't do that.
Fuck hiking. I don't do hiking. It has nothing to do with life coaching, but hiking, like, why would you walk on rocks when you can, like, walk on flat ground and
because it's the experience of being with nature.
I get the adventure, and I know I'm in the minority. It's not the adventure. This, but, like, fuck hiking.
It's not the adventure. It's the buddy.
You can get nature at the park.
No, not that kind. If you have you ever hiked Red Rock?
Twice in my life.
With who?
Once with you in 2008.
Yeah, with Rick.
And the other time
2008.
Am I wrong?
Fucking how long ago was that?
What year is this?
We weren't dating in 2008. Yes, we were. Oh my God, we did.
That was the last time. And I went up there one time before that.
Before that?
Yeah.
Did you go see like the waterfall in the pond?
We made it to the waterfall and then we went back, yeah.
How beautiful is that?
Went there like, oh, water. Let's go back. Cool, bro.
Buddy. It's like just being outside and taking in like what God created, and like it being in nature is so healing.
Doesn't do anything for me.
Maybe you need to take your fucking house shoes off and put your feet in the fucking grass.
And if I'm happy to do it in my backyard or at the park, not in the fucking in a reserve.
Buddy.
Doesn't do it for me.
Buddy, it is so... I have been literally telling you since 2008 that I would love to go hiking. And every time you say no.
I'm busy.
But if you go with me... Well, we can't take the kids because that's dangerous.
Yeah. You want to take Leo on a hike? Go ahead.
All 4 of them?
Yeah.
Oh. And like
Good.
Halfway through, Leo's like, I'm tired.
What's the over-under on how long it takes for Viv to get hurt?
Oh, why do you automatically... It's going to be Dean or Leo. It's Leo.
No.
Vivian will not get hurt. Viv is a strong bitch.
Leo will get hurt 7 times for the one time that Viv will get hurt. Then it'll be detrimental.
True. So, no. I don't think she'd get hurt.
We're not going hiking anytime soon.
Anyways, that was like a U-turn, a side left turn, or whatever they are. A fork in the road. So, I went to dinner with a friend, and I was talking to her about some concerns I had about, like, my family. And
things like not knowing how many weeks are in a month.
Things like I didn't know how to talk to them about, to my daughter about certain things that are very much me projecting because I'm insecure about me and my body and the way I look and all those things, whatever. And so I'm telling my friend this, and she's like, well, she's giving me her advice the best she knew how, but we had a few drinks, and then she's like, I'm going to call Frozone. And I'm like, right now? She's like, yeah. So she calls her, tells her what's going on, and literally, she goes, is she happy? And I yell, it goes, yeah. And she goes, is she healthy? And I yell, it goes, yeah, as far as I know. Then what's the problem? What's bothering the mother so much about this? And I was like, holy shit, she's right.
Yeah.
It was like, why the fuck, if she's happy and healthy, why do I fucking care so much? And so as soon as she said that, I'm like, I'm intrigued. Also, her voice was very like endearing, and she kind of sucked me in. Like I was like, I need to know more about where you're coming from. So I had a call with her on Monday, and it was great. And I used some of the shit like she told, like, this is very quick. I'm trying to do this quick because I don't want to bore anybody. But a lot of times I notice that when Vivian or someone is upset, I either get angry or I try and fix it so that they're not crying or screaming.
Peacemaker.
Yes. And she was trying to help me realize what?
Sorry, nothing.
What?
Nothing. It has nothing to do with what you're saying right now.
Is it because you thought I was going to forget what I was going to say?
No, I was replaying you saying that there are 3 weeks in a month again.
Buddy, shut up.
I'm shocked.
There's 4.
I'm very sorry. Keep going.
1. But they're not full weeks.
Yes, there are.
Sometimes.
The shortest month.
No, wait.
The shortest month is February. It has 28 days at 3 out of every 4 years.
But sometimes
28 days, right? That's the shortest month that there is.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking? Where could we be going with this?
The first day of the month sometimes starts on a Wednesday.
I want to know where your logic is going with this.
The first day of the month.
So because it starts on a Wednesday means it's like a short month?
It's not a full week.
Nope. Doesn't work like that.
It's like 3 days into the week, so it's not a whole week.
No, we don't get a discount.
I guess they make up for it at the bottom part of the calendar. Because everything I do is so visual, so I see like when did January start? What day?
The first?
Yeah.
On what day it was?
On a Monday?
I think it was a Monday.
Oh, well, then that's a week. But it ends on a Wednesday.
Because there's 31 days.
It's not a full week.
Buddy.
I need to go back to school. The fact that I taught education.
Holy shit.
But I only had to know like up to 2nd grade. It's a little embarrassing.
This is
I used to teach calendar.
This isn't like, oh, I don't know what the capital of Ohio is. Like this is like
there's 3 full weeks. I don't like you.
I didn't do anything.
You stop focusing on it. I'm trying to talk about my life coaching.
We all understand why now.
And I'm yelling. Oh my God, I'm crying. I'm wrong. I'll say I'm wrong. There are 4 weeks.
Well, trust me, everyone knew 20 minutes ago you were wrong.
But still. Okay, I'm not going to try and argue this.
Stop trying to,
Anyways, please. The life coach taught me that I have what? Time delusion?
Blindness.
Time blindness.
Holy shit.
Shut up.
Buddy.
I went from living at home to living with you. I've had no life experience.
That's not an excuse.
I've been to Canada like twice, and only because we crossed the Peace Bridge.
Peacemaker.
We went to crossed the Peace Bridge, went to a beach, and came home.
Oh, buddy.
Or to see a show in Toronto. Oh, see, buddy, I need to be exposed to the world.
I've been to Canada the same amount exact times as you have.
The same amount exact times. You just said that. Okay.
And I'm going to pray for you extra hard tonight.
Okay. I know that I have a lot of learning.
There's no way you went through life this long thinking that...
There are 3 full weeks in a month. Sunday through Saturday is a week. According, and if you're a conspiracy theorist, it's not, so.
Oh, buddy.
Fine. Maybe I just did it for comedic relief.
Yeah, that's what it was. Back to your life coaching and how we can get you organized.
Anyways, she was wonderful. I'm still diving into it. I'm not going to focus on that this time because I'm still learning. But the one thing she taught me, which I'm going to go back to because it was important, like I said, I get very like angry or want to fix when my kids are upset because the noise is fucking bothering me. And she's like, why is it bothering you? What happens if you just let them be upset? I'm like, I don't know.
It's annoying.
It's annoying, but like, what would happen? So Vivian had this circumstance where she was clearly upset about something that I thought was totally irrational. But instead of like convincing her that she was wrong, I was like, okay, if you're upset about that, you're allowed to be upset about that. And then I let it go. And then we got in the house. She continued crying and crying and crying about it. And I just kept going, let her be sad, let her be sad, let her be sad. Kept crying and crying and crying about it. And then she's wanted to talk. She's like, I just feel like, she's trying to hurt my feelings or whatever. I'm like, is that true? Is she trying to hurt your feelings? No. And she kind of just slowly unraveled like why she was upset. And then she went and talked to the person that was upsetting her on her own. And she ended up resolving it. And I was like, if I would have robbed her of that, like if I would have intervened and been like, you have no reason to be upset. There's no, like, jealousy is a feeling, like, whatever. Just, like, trying to convince her why she's upset is wrong. I would have robbed her of that moment of teaching herself.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of self-fucking awareness and regulating. You have to, like, seriously go, she can be upset. They can be upset. Mm-hmm. He's not going to Trader Joe's with me.
It takes so much thoughtfulness to be able to put yourself in that same same mindset to like justify where are they coming from, why is this happening?
Yes.
Why am I feeling so activated by a particular reason?
Oh, it's so
How do
much.
we adjust? Not to mention the other 7 things that are probably happening at the same time that you need to ignore or put off.
But I feel like the more I was doing it throughout the week, the more it became kind of a bit of a second nature. I could see if I kept doing this and just like, okay, he's pissed that he can't have that color like crayon, so he's going to be pissed that he can't have that color crayon. And then I'm going to say it's okay, and then he's going to figure it out. He's going to wait his turn, find another color, whatever it is. It's like what I realize is I'm trying to control, like I try to do with you too. I try and control my environment.
Yeah.
Because I do. I haven't gone so deep as to why I try and control it, but
I will say, because you sent me like the recording of the whole conversation, and that the stigma around it that you and or I may have had about life coaching in general isn't necessarily valid. I think it's easy to sort of poke fun or to stereotype in certain areas, but essentially what's happening is personal growth.
Yeah.
Or learning about things, about how to process certain things, or how to become more organized, or how to understand yourself in certain ways. So, like, it's kind of naive for people like us or me to poke fun at that. So,
and the other thing I brought up was when Leo gets sick, how I get so anxious and so upset. And she's like, well, why does that bother you? And I'm like, because I can't rest. I can't, my body shakes when he gets sick. Okay. Why else does that bother you? Why else is that a problem? And I was like, well, I feel like I'm like burdening my husband because now I'm a problem on top of everything else that's going on. She's like, but are you? She's like, you're just a loving mother who's concerned about their child. And I'm like, she goes, if you would just let yourself feel all of that instead of trying to like keep your shit together, who knows what would happen? Do you know what would happen? Yeah. I'm like, no. I go, I probably won't sleep she goes, and so you don't sleep and you process whatever it is. And I was like, okay, it's okay for me to lose my
it was very sort of like matter of fact, like so what? And if, what if?
Right? You missed the first phone call though. That was really cool. Yeah. But regardless, it's a new thing. We're still going to therapy, but it's just something I'm like opening my heart and mind to because why not? I couldn't believe how just gonna come from it. And she's a great person.
With another fucking Ponzi scheme will be
no more LuLaRoe.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Grateful though, because if it wasn't for LuLaRoe, I would have never known I was funny, except because everybody would log in to watch me sell clothes but wouldn't buy anything. So that was a problem.
Can't blame them.
I knew that I could be a stand-up comedian, but I even like men would log in just to watch. My uncles.
They were waiting for you to take your top off.
I think Ray. No, they weren't. My uncles and Ray. That was really fucking inappropriate.
I didn't hear your uncles. Sorry.
I said my uncles, and you said they're waiting for you to take your top.
I started to say it as you said men.
You weren't listening.
I might have interjected and interrupted.
Well, playback.
Okay.
We'll find out. Either way, you didn't mean it towards my uncles, but what I'm saying is I was really cute then, too.
You still are.
I'm adorable.
Speaking of adorable, Kevin's been sleeping here, sound asleep for the last 15.
With his cone head. We had Lorien on our podcast.
Shout out to the realist TLO.
We had that was a really cool podcast. We sit down with her. She's an incredible human.
She's lived not crazy. That's not the right word.
She's lived a lifetime.
A rich life.
Yeah.
She's had a lot of different experiences. Loved, lost, divorce, entrepreneurship, success, lots of good conversation.
Moving across the country. She is an incredible hairstylist who has worked with celebrities, and we didn't get to that part in the podcast, but she walked away from all of that to just pursue a life in Nashville, and her story is incredible. For anyone out there who's like, just at a crossroad in their life. I mean, her story is very amazing, and it's not over. Like, her story's not done. She's just blown my fucking mind with her life, and she's a great friend. And if you haven't subscribed, that's our Real Late Relatable episode with Lorien, the previous one. The next one's going to be with Maria
and Joey. Yeah, that's a good one.
Maria and Joey, and we did it over our Christmas while we were off, and it's not the Maria you guys are typically used to seeing. It's
very much so like the crunchy, conscious parent Maria.
Yeah, and like I criticize her for some of the things she does, and I tell her how, and we talk it out, and because she's very much taken this gentle parenting approach, which I'm all for, but I'm also very critical of because I'm not like that, which was wrong of me. And you'll even hear it in the podcast.
You were very gentle parenting. And for people who know like our sort of path, or I hate even saying the J word, journey with gentle parenting, like you did do that with Dom, and it sort of faded off with each kid. She's gung-ho all the way with both kids.
Yeah, and she drops the ball once in a while, and her true self comes out and whatever, but that's human.
Yeah.
But her efforts are... And we kind of just like go at it, and I get very defensive. I'm kind of nervous because I feel like I sound like such a bitch.
Because it's you and your sister having like real conversations. And like I think you even talked about one of the fights you guys got in, like back and forth did a little bit. So
yeah. And it's good though. It's a little educational. It's a little funny. It's really educational. Sorry, and
Joey
a little
shows
funny.
up.
Her husband's on. He speaks to it a little to their parenting experience. It's a good episode. I definitely think that you should listen to Lorien and Maria's. It's great.
Yeah, there'll be no blowjob tips on this specific Maria episode, but
not this one. I know.
If you want to hear good perspectives on different parenting styles, it's a good one.
And like honest, real conversation about it.
Or if you just want to give us $5 a month, that'd be great too.
Yeah, if you want to just subscribe and
Or if you don't want to give us $5 a month for subscribing, you can also buy some of our
new merch.
PE teacher merch.
Yeah, Mackin unathletic. I need that.
I think this is a good idea.
I like that sweatshirt.
I think all my merch ideas are great ideas.
Your merch, I love that you wear them.
The
the only reason I won't wear them on here is because I like to wear black.
I'll make you a black one.
I would wear that
in black. I try to
come
come up with different colors and stuff.
I would wear that in all black with white outline.
Black with white would be fire.
And I like that unathletic department because I'm not.
I mean, it's not like I invented the idea. Everyone does it.
But is there not an unathletic department, Mike?
Everyone does this font with the department thing.
Well, whatever. It's like it's your creative outlet.
Yeah.
And I love it and nurture it. And if you want to nurture it too, if you're not an athletic person and you love making it with the Mackins.
If your resolutions have already fallen off, you need one of these.
I need one of those right now. Mm-hmm. I didn't make resolutions. I made goals, not resolutions.
There we go. We sat down. We put timelines this time, finally.
And all my goals are I'm not going to put my goals down, but Mackins were very thought out. Mine are very like...
Because a goal without a plan is just like a hope. You got to have like a way to make it happen.
Or faith.
Could be. But it's also...
I'm kidding. I said faith because Rick did not agree with my Santa conversation. I was driving him fucking crazy with my Santa talk. And Rick, you know what? Fuck you, okay? I love you, but fuck you. And your wife is an angel. Ashley, God bless you.
You now know why Rick is a hurt child, though.
Magic is everywhere, Rick, if you could just see it.
Yeah, and that's the weekly Rick update.
There we go. I love you, Rick.
Ready for some rankings?
Yeah, why don't we do Child of the Week rankings?
Okay, number 4.
Kevin. You have to add Kevin.
We could add Kevin. I can't add him though because he got his balls chopped
you
this
can't.
week.
So he's number 1. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But although illness, the stress he added, he could easily be number 5. Again, not probably the most accurate, but Viv, number 4.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't even here last week, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah, I was gone for a week of it. So.
Your week rankings are kind of...
You should you want to try it?
No, I will not rank our children.
Try a little bit?
Nope.
A little bit? A little dab will do you?
He just farted on my hand.
Well, it's good that I wasn't gone. I was gone that last week because now there's only 2 weeks left in the month.
Go ahead, dear. Tell everybody why your daughter...
I'll give the good things.
I can't believe you put her number 4 after
She's... Okay, so the good things, for her friends started on a basketball team, and they're like, hey, does Viv want to play? And she's like, hey, Viv, do you want... We've asked her to play all these different sports. Soccer, softball, basketball, tennis. And the answer has always been no outside of dance and gymnastics. But like her 3 core friends were all playing, and she's like, okay, if they're doing it, I'll do it too. And she went to the first practice, loved it, had a great time, has been practicing in the backyard all the time, loves it.
She smiled the entire time.
Which she had a great time.
I was so happy watching her be so happy.
Yeah. Granted, it's still very it's not competitive. It's kind of just like playtime.
Buddy,
but
she was happy. I don't give a fuck what she was doing.
I know, but
keep going.
Secret basketball nerd in me wants to be like, okay, is this going to be like a casual thing, or are we going to be the next Kelsey Plum? Because we got to pick a path here.
It's something she's enjoying doing, and we're just going to nurture it.
I would thank God to nurture this if she wants to do it. I would love that.
As soon as he said...
Dom quit basketball, broke my fucking heart.
Yeah, who knew?
Dean might like it, TBD. Leo probably won't be a
Leo likes it. He wants you to sign him up. But as soon as she said, I want to play basketball, Mackin was on Nike.com buying her basketball shoes.
Be here tomorrow.
Totally is all about what you look like, which I appreciate that.
Look good, feel good, play good, pay good. Say it again.
I can't.
How many days in a month?
Fuck off. And it wasn't days, it was weeks.
Okay. How many days, though? roughly.
I mean, you can't even fit 31 days in 3 weeks.
That solves it right there. It never occurred to you? Damn.
Keep going.
These 10-day weeks are feeling long.
Shut up. Go.
So the negatives with Viv lately have just been like very, very whiny. And we've had this like kind of a lot of these little mini family meetings lately. We've been good parents. But
We've been good parents.
yeah, lately we have been, to be quite honest.
I mean, you weren't here all week last week. You were fantastic.
Which might have been a positive thing, to be quite honest, because I
Kevin?
wasn't yelling and screaming at everybody, because that's definitely a negative thing for me. But for like just whining and complaining, like you had pretty much a half of an unintended girls' day with her on Sunday, and then we had a planned girls' day for you and her on Monday. And she didn't get to do the one thing that she wanted to do, go to Trader Joe's with you before her girls' day lunch. And you were going to take Dom with you instead. And she threw a whole fit. I'm like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, you're throwing this much of a fit because you can't go to Trader Joe's with Mommy after you spent the entire day with her yesterday. You're going to lunch with her right after the fact.
At the Durango.
Like, come on. Let Dom go with her. Stop.
Yeah.
Cut your shit.
Yeah.
And there was several of those instances throughout the last week or so, either that I saw or that you kind of like gave me feedback on because I was.
Well, yeah,
MIA.
like she had some extra money from Christmas, and she's like, so she keeps tabs on her fucking cash. She's like, I still have $20 left over. I'm just like, no, you don't. She's like, yes,
That's just
I
mine.
do. Yeah, she's like, I'm like, no, you don't. She's like, yes, I do. I spent this here, this there. I'm like, no, you don't have an extra $20, and she will not fucking let it go. Like every like few hours throughout today, even today. So that $20 that I have, no. Because she just wants to throw it on Roblox. And she's already probably spent well, we know she spent $250.
At least.
I mean, I don't think, we don't give her any money for Roblox.
No,
I fucking hate that
Your
game.
mom does.
That's the problem. My mom, your mom.
She gets gift cards. I'll give her $5 here and there, but it's not like large quantities.
Can we talk about how he's laying right now?
He's a cozy boy. I'm trying to translate my notes here.
This probably looks so ridiculous on camera.
This is kind of this is not good nor bad. I just think it was a funny statement, and it's probably a bad thing. I forget why we were asking everyone what their favorite foods were. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? Fast food. Which is a testament to our bad parenting.
No, I think did you ask her to expand on that? Does she mean like food that comes fast or like actual fast food?
Actual.
Really?
Yeah. It was like
she fucking loves anytime she wants to go eat, she wants to go to North Italia.
That's true.
True Food or Flower Child.
Yeah, fuck Flower Child.
It's really good though.
It's basic bitch central.
Really good. Stop. It's healthy. It's like hiking for the inside of your
healthy
body.
with no flavor.
It's very good.
No.
Okay, Kevin. What do you want to do?
Number 3 is Leo. He dropped his like toy Spider-Man phone in the toilet while he was shitting. It
was so disgusting.
You cleaned it. That was your
I did
thing.
91% alcohol with gloves and a Q-tip because he was devastated.
Yep.
And then one button didn't work, the number 3. One out of all the buttons.
At least it wasn't the number 2.
That's funny. But and he was losing his mind. Is it okay to put my feet on you?
Yes. I thought you were tapping me like
No. I just like literally talk shit. Get it? Because the phone fell in the shit. Talking. Okay. No,
yeah.
Okay.
Next level talk shit.
I know. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Little Frankie, our nephew, gave us a bunch of hand-me-down shoes for Dom. Dom is kind of like too big for all of them, so Leo's wearing them all. He's wearing Heelys around the house all day long.
And they're like
3 sizes too big for him. Up the stairs, down the stairs, pretending like he's going up ramps and down
Heelys,
ramps,
like carrying the dog.
Yeah, on Heelys.
Like you cannot
both Heelys at the same time, falling on his ass all day.
But he walks like he clomps around the house and that.
He's already heavy-footed.
But it's kind of funny because it reminds me of when he was little and he used to wear Dom's shoes.
Yeah.
Remember when he was obsessed with Dom's big shoes?
Yeah, same idea.
In his robe.
But now they're dangerous. His robe too. Yeah, you're right.
Remember how cute he was with the robe and the shoes?
Mm-hmm.
He's so cute. And you're so mean.
I don't know if this is good or bad. Last night, he ate an entire container of strawberries.
It's my fault. I need to stop cutting the strawberries up and I'm trying to make our life easier by cutting them up and putting them in a container so when he wants them, I don't have to fucking cut them all up. And I'm like
$7 of worth of strawberries in one sitting.
And then I'm trying to keep them in glass containers and fucking follow keeping my refrigerator because we got a new fridge. It's
Flex.
Wonderful.
Oh, fucking love it.
We are so blessed. Thank you,
New
God.
ice. We got ice now.
We have ice. We have water.
2 different types of ice.
He doesn't fill up the Brit anymore. It fills up for us. It's fucking amazing.
I still got it in there just to be safe in case we need it.
Our kids we're more excited about this refrigerator.
I've never had such an appliance boner in my life.
I know. And now you have
just wait till one day when we get fucking dueling dishwashers.
And he put our old fridge in the garage, and now that's his beer fridge.
Beer fridge, beverage fridge. I got Prime. I got Alani News. I got beers. I got Diet Coke.
Coffees.
We got Leo Squirts. Whatever you need, you come over.
Come on over. You doing yard work? Come take a protein shake.
Mm-hmm. Got you. And then, so this is a funny thing for Leo. We were watching the Barbie movie, which I haven't seen yet. Have you even seen it?
Yeah.
We were watching the Barbie movie. Leo saw Will Ferrell on screen, and he's like, "Oh, why is Buddy the elf wearing a pink tie?" He was like kind of distraught that Will Ferrell was not Buddy the elf. Yeah. He had kind of like a coming to moment, like, actors.
He's an actor.
Yeah,
he's not really
elf.
Buddy. Which I'm sure makes you happy with your whole Santa Claus theory.
No, I'd rather have Buddy the elf.
I wonder if that bothers Rick.
I mean, I could have had a whole conversation about it.
Should we have a whole conversation about how Elf is an actor and is not an actual elf?
At some point, yeah. I mean, how would you have handled that moment?
Oh. That's his brother.
That's his twin, yeah. I was gonna see how
like you're a twin, yeah. But he has a twin that looks just like him.
That's Will and Phil Ferrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep lying to him.
You see him in Talladega Nights. That's his other the triplets.
Yeah, but his heart was broken a little bit about that. He went to Viv's basketball practice. He wants to play basketball now too, but he only wants to play basketball if his team name is the Kevins.
That's funny.
Because the positive side of Leo lately, he is obsessed with this fucking dog so much. He loves this little guy. He was heartbroken when he had to get neutered. He missed him all day. He was so excited to go pick him up this morning. It's just like, it's his little baby brother, and he loves him so much.
I feel so bad for him in this cone. And there's I just realized he has water and a little bit of food right there by his poor head.
You gotta take care of him.
Oh, my buddy. I'm sorry.
I'll speed up so we can
clean him up.
Take care of him.
He has been great. And the other thing about Leo that I think is worth mentioning is his birthday party theme changes every fucking...
I'm so glad you brought this up. I haven't even shared this with you.
I can't wait to hear.
I created a whole list of... And I just started this yesterday. This is, swear to God, just in the last 2 days.
That's it? Oh, I wish you got the whole week.
There's roughly 12 here. So this is, we'll see if this continues, but this could be a whole new theme of the podcast where we list off Leo's birthday party themes, just like the rankings. He
changes it every day.
So this is literally starting yesterday. So the whole process, we've kind of talked about before, but I want my birthday party to be this. I want a this party.
Yeah, because
party.
we've made...
I want a Bill's party. Okay.
Because we've made birthdays a theme thing in our house.
Yep.
Ever since they were little. So... And my mom is always like, what kind of birthday do you want? Right?
And Leo is really attached to this, and our girl Katie kind of brought this full circle for me. Why is he so obsessed with the toy every day? Why is he obsessed with the birthday parties? I think it was because of what happened to him in the hospital that people brought him toys and he got attached to it, and that was his
yeah, but he's not carrying it with him now.
No, he's not. But I think that created a new type of
compulsion
behavior for him to attach to a particular thing or idea for a day or an hour or
whatever helps you sleep at night. Or he's just
I agree with it. It makes sense to me.
4-year-old Katie said that in the moment, the couple weeks. There's no way he's still hanging on behaviors that he had in the hospital in October.
Does he seem like a different human outside of illnesses beyond then?
Buddy, he was so...
He seems like the same kid to me.
Okay.
Well,
You
it
want
doesn't
a fucking
matter.
trophy?
No, I'm just saying, like...
Well, that was
I think
mean.
that's where the...
I didn't mean it like that.
No, I don't take it that way.
Not being a bitch.
I'm more worried that you don't know how many weeks are in a month.
Okay, talk about his themes.
Just in the last 48 hours.
Go ahead.
I want to have a dollar store birthday party because I took him to the dollar store after the haircut. Seattle Seahawks because Dean likes the Seahawks. They played Madden for an hour. Now he likes the Seahawks. He wants a Seahawks birthday party. Heelys, Mickey Mouse, Savannah Bananas, baseball. Not just Savannah Bananas, but now just baseball. Savannah Bananas to baseball, then just bananas because he likes bananas. And then after Valentine's Day, we don't want to talk about it yet, but he wants to have a Valentine's Day birthday party. Then it's space, like outer space. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Bills, all separate parties, and then a Kevin birthday party.
He also has thrown in, he's going to have his birthday party at the North Pole, and
that was a week
only
ago.
certain people are invited because it takes a long time to get there.
So we'll include those in Leo's ranking.
I think that's funny. What kind of birthday party is Leo going to have? He decided he likes Trolls again now. We threw away not threw away. We gave away all the Trolls toys. Yeah. So we have no Trolls toys and it's detrimental. But now he has moved on to, he calls him Spinner, but it's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like Spider-Man.
He's trying to say Spidey, but it's...
Oh my God, he says Spinner.
Not pronounced correctly.
Today we went, I didn't tell you this. Today when we picked up Kevin from the vet, there's pictures of all these different dogs. He goes, Mommy, I really love this dog. I go, what dog is it? He goes, it's a cow dog. I'm like,
Dalmatian?
A cow dog? Yeah, it's a cow dog. He's so funny. And he's so cute. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I keep holding you up.
Yeah, that's good for Leo. Number 2 is Dean. I fucked my notes up here. So the story with Dean, and I mentioned this on the last episode, he's by far our most independent child.
Yeah.
So he doesn't require a lot of work, which is a positive. He doesn't produce a lot of negative energy, which is a huge positive.
Yes.
I don't have a lot of notes to share on, neither negative nor positive. But the only negative thing is he's our biggest whiner.
Whines.
And I think I said this last time, and we've said it probably a few times, but like he just whines and whines and whines sometimes. And
we just gotta let him. We gotta let him whine, and he'll figure it out. That if we're not reacting to that whining, like stop. I've said shut up before. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Don't sugarcoat it now.
No. My boob keeps falling out. These fucking Skims. Sorry,
And he's also attached to me a lot more lately because he used to be like anti-Mac and anti-Daddy. It was all mommy and mama's boy.
And he's like, even when you were gone at CES, there was one point where because he has this ongoing joke with Dean where he's like, Mommy told me you missed me today, and he's like, no.
How much did you miss me? And I'll like kiss him on his cheeks and his neck and like, oh, you miss me so much.
And he never does, so that's why he does it all the time. It's so funny. But when he was gone all week, he's like, I really miss Daddy. I was like, I'm going to text him right now. And that even made you cry.
Well, yeah, a very brief tear. No, 100% it did. Because it was, I put a lot of effort into it, and I don't take it personally.
And they all missed you. I missed you the most.
I knew everyone did, but I did not expect
I missed you the most.
I didn't expect Dean to miss me.
This is
nice.
nice.
You were gone. Yeah, get your PE teacher
I like
merch.
it. You look like a PE teacher.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to all the important PE teachers in our lives.
Maybe you should put on a cowboy hat and a white button down, and we can go line dancing.
Mr. Shankberger.
Okay, keep going.
What's Jordan's last name down the street? Can't think of it. Shout out to Jordan.
Yeah, our neighbor. He's a PE teacher. They all have this. You should get him one.
We should.
Elizabeth listens to our podcast.
Shout out to Elizabeth.
She's sweet.
Dom, number 1. Killing it. QB1.
Of course. Only because he's doing great in sports. That's the only reason why
Not
he's
the only reason why.
Okay.
We'll get to it. I think the reason he's doing good in sports also is producing other good results in his life because he's doing well in sports. I could be wrong. Started flag football, put him at quarterback, doing really well.
So fucking happy.
Loves it. And I was watching the game with like your brother the other day, and he we were poking fun at him in a lighthearted way because he has more fun walking onto the field and like congratulating people coming off of the field than he does like actually playing the actual plays.
Yeah.
Like he loves broing out. He loves like if somebody makes a play, tackling them,
he's
hugging
totally
them.
Gonna be in a fraternity.
He's that broy guy.
He's gonna be in a fraternity.
Yeah, he's just like so broy.
He's gonna be like you were, recruitment chair.
Maybe he's more broy than I don't ever remember being that like
he's not
congratulatory 11. And like loving and affectionate with like friends.
Oh, it's so cute.
I never was that like caring. He cares way more than I do.
He does love it, and he does like double. I don't know what they call it when you're playing 2 sports in one day.
Dual sport athlete.
Well, he's doing like hockey in the afternoon, and then flag football at night, and he fucking loves his schedule being jam packed.
Yeah, there'll be a point in March where he's playing 3 sports a day, but
good for him. That's great. I'll be just wearing this.
But he's balling out
him.
the unathletic department. Yes, great idea.
I think I want that in
black.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll get you one. If you want blacks, DM us. We'll make a black one.
And I want this in black.
Okay.
With white.
So I didn't make all new black ones. By the time this goes live, we'll have all black. Whole black version.
Yeah.
Lost my spot.
Sorry.
But beyond the sports, like we talked about how that improves general behavior. The time before that, we were really struggling with Dom.
Yeah.
And we had kind of like a coming to Jesus meeting with him.
Didn't we talk about that on one of our podcasts?
We definitely did. Last time he was good, and I think he was ranked higher. But like, he really has improved because what we changed was we're not punishing you anymore. We're not taking your phone away.
Yeah.
We're not yelling. I don't want to fucking yell. I don't want to scream at you. That doesn't do anything for me. I don't want to take your phone away because sometimes that's helpful. Mm-hmm. You're obviously miserable when you can't play video games with your friends or get on your phone or things like that. So we was like, you know what? We're taking football away.
In the spring.
If you don't improve, or if you don't improve your behavior, if you don't change very specific things that we're asking of you, you will not do the sport that you want to do.
And it's like three things that it's just like 3 things that we're done. It's like our 3 behaviors that we are not accepting in this house anymore. And that's all. Like he is, and we constantly remind him what a great kid he is, how proud we are of him. But he had a meltdown with me. Was it while you were gone?
It was just before, I think.
Just before. And he was like, I just need you guys to tell me when I'm doing a good job. Daddy doesn't tell me. I'm like, we do tell you. I'm like, but there's so many more instances where you're doing the opposite. Mm-hmm. So catching you being good is harder because we're trying to look for it because and I go, and now that you're telling me that you need us to tell you when you're doing something right, we will be much more aware of that. And I do agree with you though. I feel like the more he's active, the more he's doing stuff like sports, hockey, outside doing stuff with a group of people, even the practices on Saturday, he is so much happier and a much more fulfilled person. And I think even with the boys, like if they're busy, they're happier and calm and like.
You just got to run them.
Run them like, Kevin's going to be walking soon. And then we're going to be running.
He's fully vaccinated now. He's got his COVID shots. He's ready to go. And do you smell that? It's disgusting. Can't say that I do.
It must be the medication he's taking. It's really stinky. I can't. I smell everything.
I smell it now.
That wasn't me. It's Kevin.
You don't fart.
And on that note, as always, we fucking love the shit out of all of you.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
And we are going to keep doing what we're doing and loving you and making
leveling
merch.
up and merching up and subscribing more.
2024.
New content, new merch every once in a while.
We're gonna have a studio, guys. I'm gonna say it now. We're gonna have a studio.
I don't really care.
I want a space where we don't have to keep breaking down our kitchen and putting it back together. And we're gonna have that.
Amen.
Boop.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you for listening.